both the Void and Invoker, so that's something that they still have, but they used 2 refreshers in that fight. And if they push right now, Na'Vi are in a great spot to close this game.
Digital Chaos hoping to be able to hide on their high ground and keep their buybacks intact, but that's just simply not going to happen. I think Na'Vi, they're going to go down this bottom lane, they're going to force the buyout. There's already one from our Winter Wyvern. He knows it's coming.
Might as well do it as soon as possible. If you know that you're going to get forced to buy back, do not hold off on it, because then your cooldown is going to be longer later on, right?
Yeah, maybe, just maybe you scare Na'Vi back enough, long enough that Moo can keep his buyback, which is obviously way more important. Maybe the stalling tactics of Splinter Blast, and it looks like it might actually work here. Na'Vi are not in a position to be able to push forward into the base, so they will keep that critical buyback. And these little things that we're talking about here may not seem like so big, keeping one buyback on one of the 4 damage dealers that you have, but when the game, the margins here are so razor thin, every little bit helps in that final clash.
And that's where it's just so nerving to play against a hero like Tinker, because you do know he has Aegis now, he's going to be very aggressive, he could look to just initiate on anyone, and the Chain Hex, there's no getting out of that, unless Winter Wyvern is there to save you. So they really have to play close and make sure that they have the Lotus Orb to counter Dendy.
Dendy farm, I don't know what you're possibly going to be able to get this late to the game.
But he's 9 slotted right now, I guess, but he's farming for wards and stuff, I suppose. It's not like his supports are starving or anything. They're looking pretty good on their ends in terms of item progression.
Well, Digital Chaos are happy to try and wait out the Aegis. I don't imagine Na'Vi are going to give them that opportunity. I'm sure this high ground push will be coming before the Aegis is down.
It's just so risky for Na'Vi as well to force a full 5-man push when there's Refresher, Void, and Invoker. We saw in that last fight, if Void did not run out of mana, that would have been so sad. Actually, he needs to somehow get a little bit more mana into his pool, because he has 900. So, when he goes, he doesn't have enough to use 2 Chronospheres.
What do you need to swap out? You need to, like, get a Scotty to swap out for one of those damage items?
There's no mana boots on your team or anything. I don't know, maybe he needs, you know, Saksa to pick up a bottle and start bottling him. A mango.
Operation.
He needs
Operation Mango. All right.
Yes, that's what he needs.
All right. Let's see.
It's quite important. It really is, because normally when you have Refresher on Void like this, you definitely want to use your 2 Chronospheres after each other and chain stun something. You don't want to do it 2 times in the fight, but at different moments.
Yeah.
Also, this Mjolnir effect looks really crazy on Move. I haven't paid attention to it, but the red lightning is kind of cool, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's the
compendium.
Works.
Yes, and look at it, dude.
Oh. Pretty lights, pretty lights. The little things that we need to be able to unwind this very intense matchup. So we've got 2 minutes on the clock, but neither team is looking to fight just yet. Both teams farming away, getting those buyback, trying to get them back into play.
Yeah, it's just so much about positioning right now. I would love to see Moo just get to a point where he can buy up that full Daedalus and increase his DPS so much for the next team fight, but he knows he needs to hold buyback money as well, so he needs to save up, but right now he could finish it. He's gonna send out the courier, finally has that Daedalus, which is just gonna massively increase his damage. Having the Mjolnir for attack speed already,
we have the Aghanims for the Lone Druid as well, so he doesn't have to worry so much about the limitations of that leash. And
he also has a Lotus Orb of his own, so he can definitely mess with DC a little bit as well.
Yeah, we get the right kind
He built a Lotus Orb to counter Dendy's own
Lotus Orb? Yeah.
His own Hex?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's some next level countering here. Ditya Ra already ahead of his time. Mirana in this going off again, but V-Hawk has seen them. And it's gonna be hard to find anything here again for DC. Probably gonna waste their time.
Those next round of wards should be coming up though for Digital Chaos. Maybe they can finally get themselves some aggressive vision rather than the 3 wards that they had in base. Obviously, not really giving them too many opportunities. And they're just kind of blind moonlight shadowing and running out.
Support life is looking really good on both teams right now. On one side you have Weehaw buying all the wards for you, and on the other side you have Dendi sponsoring the supports quite heavily as well. So it's never been easier to get your acquiring items is easy now.
Move. Uh-oh, move! Count out. Size of ice. He's going to be abyssal up. He's popped. There is no way for you to get out of that one. You can't afford to be that far forward and just TP out right in front of the enemy.
He needs to have Saksa behind him if he's going to be like that.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit aggressive of a play. He's going to be forced to buy back for sure. Na'Vi, they know what they can make happen with this. And we'll see. They can get the correct initiation. Void still has no solution for his mana problems, by the way, so I don't see any Mago in sight, Capitalist. It's gonna be harsh.
We'll see whether or not he's able to get off that
Second
double Chronosphere, because it's obviously going to be needed. Buyback will be down for Moo in this next fight. His positioning also going to be rather key, as DC have to hold the high ground. One lane rack, there goes the jump forward, Chronosphere, managed to get floor, oh my god, Resolution, now with the refresher, but again, doesn't have enough mana, but still, they have the deafening blast, they're controlling Digi Ra beautifully, but the Supernova on the other side of the cliff, and Echo clenches it in a moment of despair, as now Digital Chaos gonna lose. One, Misery's already down, blown up by the Dagon here, and now the fight slows down. Digital Chaos retreat back to their high ground, while Na'Vi do the same. Moo jumps forward and gets the Spirit Bear, a free pickoff.
Yeah, so he has to use the resummon there, but DC still have that Void ulti. I wonder how bad they're going to be to take a fight though. Enchantress is a big part of their damage. Na'Vi, of course, just taking it easy.
At the same time, so is the Spirit Bear. They can take that one away from Na'Vi.
Man, this is the most evenly matched I've seen two teams in a very long time.
This late into the game, 82 minutes.
Just crazy, and Soneko is making massive plays. Not just that he picks up the guy who's being focused, he makes sure to do it in the best possible position always.
Yeah.
Putting himself where it's so hard to reach and get to. Because there's definitely a lot of attack speed on the side of DC, and he could die. But nope, he's got that positioning down. What a crazy, crazy game.
So Na'Vi not feeling it. Not gonna go for the high ground push with a cooldown on their Spirit Bear, with no Aegis, no Witch Doctor,
and
no Supernova either.
Yeah, it's just gonna be hard to go straight off. I think they want to have the resummon again. That's the biggest thing. Sure, having your Witch Doctor is kind of good too, I suppose. But Na'Vi, they're starting to set up now. Witch Doctor, of course, has travel. Gonna be TPing in. Oh,
did he just catch him? Dendi is going to be right on top of that ice while Dredge goes for the rearm, but now the Chronosphere in turn catches Dendi. And going to be able to take him out for 2 minutes and maybe force the buyback.
He does have buyback.
Spirit Bear as well. They managed to get the Abyssal Blade onto Saksa. Dendi doesn't want to blow his buyback just yet.
Range Racks was picked off by the way. Range Racks went down to the Beastmaster ratting, and second bear is dead. 8 seconds cooldown on it right now.
They're looking for more. Soneko will be able to get the dive away, but Weehaw, he's a quick bugger. He might still be able to catch somebody here. Ditch your boss, slots him right as he TP's out.
Not gonna be able to catch him there. Scouting Roshan, not up yet, just yet. Tinker,
and it's
87
gonna be difficult.
seconds.
Look at that. I was wondering what that was going into, the ultimate orb he had earlier. That is a full Mjolnir now. And I was just about to say it's difficult for Digital Chaos, even though the Tinker is down and they want to be able to force that buyback. It's difficult with 2 lanes of racks down and even the range racks down at the bottom lane. A completely exposed melee racks is all that's left standing between them and Mega Creeps.
It's so close. It's so close. Na'Vi are so close they can taste it, but Digital Chaos have that team fight. They definitely do, and Void keeping his refresher in base so he can always use that to get his secondary ulti up. But now with the Mjolnir, he's gonna add tons more damage as well. I feel they're just scaling slightly better than Na'Vi here. So much money put into Lone Druid and Tinker.
Are they gonna go for a play here? Go for the play onto the melee racks. The Spirit Bear, it's gonna go for it. Backdoor protects and be damned. It chunks through.
I mean, it is slowly doing it.
Yeah, slowly but surely. Something's got to put a stop to this one. They're actually going to have a TP back here from the Invoker, and this actually forced the rest of Digital Chaos away. They can't go for the high ground push because of that play.
Yeah, that's a very great defense, and that makes sure that Tinker doesn't have to buy back. So he's going to be fine as well. Sneaky rats.
The one opening that Digital Chaos had for the longest time, I mean 20 to 25 minutes I would say, has been the amount of time that Na'Vi have been controlling this game for the most part, have had the slight advantage, have had the map control, have had essentially that one more win condition sort of scenario. And Digital Chaos had one sliver there. One sliver where they were able to take some control.
Oh, and Roche is up again here, and Na'Vi, they're going in for it. Wonder if DC can even get there or if they realize.
I mean, is it even worth it at this point to try and scramble into a Roshan pit fight against a Phoenix?
It just win. They're gonna get a second cheese if they get it, by the way, because Lone Druid never had his, so it's been saving that. And that Roshan is definitely gonna go their way as DC are just dealing with the mid push.
All right, Dendy shows up for the Aegis. What is that? Is that Roshan number 5, 6?
I'm not sure. I lost count, Catalyst. I lost count.
Either way, it's been a long and grueling game for both teams. Here in game number 2 in this winners, the group.
Such a massive tournament as well. So much on the line. You wanna
Resolution makes a jump in. He managed to get the Chronosphere onto 2, focusing down Digiraw first, but remember that cheese is going to be able to come into play. The Supernova actually managed to catch and once again save the low choice on Dendy. Right in the middle of all these heroes, they get the Winter's Curse on it, but it also stops the damage from that Meteor Blast. And now DC have the opportunity to go back through. That Witchcrafter ultimate might actually kill Misery. They managed to get another Chronosphere, and now the Meteor Blast over the top. They managed to take down life number 1 of Dendy, and Seneko will also fall. But now Dendy's back, and he sees the opportunity to be able to end this game outright, but maybe he's too far forward. Resolution, he is, the Savage War! It gets him off on Dendy. Dendy's still trying to back himself away. This splits the back a little bit more. Resolution going for it for the side of the bike. A little bit more damage. Saving Resolution. He just needs the prop for the lightning to finish Dendy off, but he gets it. He gets the Dendy kill. No, Dendy still dies. He has the buyback ready to go, and so does Resolution. Meanwhile, the Bear is chasing down, stocked up, but Digiron's gonna go down first.
Oh god, the arrow actually brings down Dendy there. Move precisely fires it off, but now they are mega creep. They have to go now and finish this game. They're not gonna be able to play this one out.
They catch the Spirit Bear again. This actually could be big.
Yeah,
the BKB goes down. They know they have to save this Bear, but another bash comes through. The Sunstrike also gonna be able to land and finishes it off. And now he has no Spirit Bear, even if he buys back.
He can buy back and buy Refresher though.
Oh wow.
He can actually do that.
That would be insane.
He can actually buy back Refresher and then have his Spirit Bear. And he might get forced to do that. We'll see as DC are pushing down the mid lane. But these mega creeps, they're hard to kill. Saksa is really struggling trying to keep them down.
Divine Rapier on an Invoker, full right-click build here from Weehaw. He's got something to prove, even if this isn't secret. If he could take
gonna
the
do
top
it.
of the secret, there it is. The Refresher, a second Spirit Bear, and this is something that Digital Chaos may not be expecting. Something that turns the tide into Na'Vi's favor. 25 seconds left on the Tinker, but the buyback is inevitable at this point in time. There's no way he can leave that one. DC threatened to go straight for the throne, but now bounce back. Take the tier 3, start retreating. Na'Vi, they've got Megas. There's not necessarily a whole lot of need, but now the Moonlight Shadow, the fake back, go back in. The Spirit Bear is actually going to start threatening these tier 4 towers.
Necro revealing them, they can't get in and find a pick.
They can't get anything.
And meanwhile, their base is also being ratted.
Yeah.
Just slowly, this Spirit Bear. Oh, they catch the Spirit Bear.
Oh, the Spirit Bear actually may be decent here.
That's a good pickoff if they can get it.
Come on, move. Oh, the arrow just in time. Now the cold snap. It's going to be able to control the Spirit Bear. We've never been so excited about a summon kill like that. But again, any razor-thin margin that goes one way or the other for these two evenly matched up teams can mean everything. 60 seconds for a Spirit Bear, but
it's all up to Tinker. It's all up to Tinker right now. Keeping the lanes pushed in, make sure that they don't get to their base. Of course, he has no buyback though. So he's really got to play a little bit scared. And of course, DC trying to make their way to the base again. Everyone just making their way. They have travels on Invoker, but he doesn't want to push too far bottom when he knows the Beastmaster and Tinker could come in.
Right. Your team does seem to be able to handle Megas pretty well. You already had the Invoker with the Mjolnir earlier.
They just have so much farm on the side of DC. That's how they handle it.
Yeah.
They're just really farmed.
Well, compendium predictions.
Yep,
I think you
90
know where this
plus.
is going. 90 plus, almost 900 CS for the Tinker.
Yep.
Doesn't get crazier than this. Double blinks in, triple blinks in, DC! Oh, they're grasping in the dark for anything to be able to seek out Na'Vi, but Na'Vi already back in the pound. They're gonna go straight for the throne here, trying to threaten Na'Vi as speedily as possible and force them into an air. Here comes the Chronosphere. They're catching out Seneko, but the Lone Druid's right in the middle of everything, going for move first. A Refresher goes down, Primal Roar onto Weehaw. They get the ultimate on him, but they're controlling him well enough to get the kill. That's gonna be the Divine Raven on the deck. Now mass buybacks. DC threatening to be able to try and get back out of here to be able to save anything here. Resolution is gonna be the target. Supernova goes down, and now a Chronosphere. It wins everything, but the Supernova will go down. Yes, sure, but Na'Vi are still in control here. The arrow goes out. Marcel, he gets caught, but they're going for the throne. DC, you're in trouble. Na'Vi, they've taken the tier 4. They're beating on the throne. Oh my God, they're gonna do it. Na'Vi have claimed the groups. 4-0 taking out DC, and a 2-0 sweep as they go for the throne race.
Look at
Na'Vi
them.
are back, baby!
Those are some big smiles after that. 91 minutes, 27 seconds, and it came down to that. A TP into the enemy base. Dear God.
There is no question about who deserves to move forward in this group. Na'Vi have done it. In an hour-and-a-half long game, they have proven themselves trial by fire against Digital Chaos in
And
this
not a
game number 2.
single loss in the group stage as well. That should be mentioned. Na'Vi, extremely good performance here, going 4-0 in their matchups.
Unbelievably, absolutely astounding, the way that match went.
Yeah, that was some next level fights as well. So many things going down. Huge credit to Seneko for his amazing Phoenix plays, his many saves with the Aghanims. I have not seen one game where so much impact was done by a Phoenix, not by the Sunray.
By the Aghanims
By
upgrade.
the actual
Was that
ulti.
3 saves he got successfully, if not more?
If not more, yeah. There was too much going down in the team fights to actually see everything in one go.
Insanity. Absolutely insanity.
Lost for words right now. It's
I mean, we have to give props to Digital Chaos, though.
for sure.
They pushed that to the very edge. If they won this, who knows what happens in Game 3. Maybe Na'Vi's broken, and DC managed to come out on top. But DC obviously proved, after the Game 1, obviously not really great, but Game 2, they proved they can stand up against Na'Vi, that they are a very strong contender, and probably looking at second place in this group with this kind of style.
DC are, yeah, they're a serious threat for anyone who wants to secure upper bracket here in Group B. So,
Your thoughts on the other two teams?
I think that Wings are probably the strongest out of Wings and Secret, but I think DC they're showing themselves. And if not in this game, then in the previous performances, I think DC are just really strong.
All right. Which you have Na'Vi originally?
And
Radiant's top tower is under attack. I'm aghast. Radiant's top tower has been taken. Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Eight in a row. Soldier's fortune.